Awesome date, October 27th, 2008. Awesome topic, it's that other thing with the guy whose name is Dracula, only spelled backwards. Yeah, this is the OSMcast. Hey folks, and welcome once more back to the OSMcast. I'm your very sounding under the weather host, Basil.
I'm not quite as under the weather, Lee.
I'm Kevin, and I feel fine.
And that's us. Yeah, I'm feeling the throat death. So you get to hear the gravelly tones of Basil.
Kind of a little Barry White-like.
Yes.
Yeah, it kind of is.
You go all manly. That's it.
That's what we're saying. That or it's a death rattle. It's one of the two. It's okay. We're getting closer to Halloween, so that's okay.
Yeah, that's it. He's not deathly ill. This is his deathly ill's impersonation.
Sadly, speaking of Halloween, Crisis Con is coming up, and they have yet to actually tell us when our panel is. I guess I need to email them again.
What the hell?
Well, they said they would last Friday. This is Tuesday before we actually release it the next week.
Mm-hmm.
And they said the previous Friday, they would release a schedule for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But they haven't, so I don't know if something's gotten caught up. There was suddenly a schedule conflict. I don't know. I don't email again. Hopefully by the time we post this, we'll have a date and time. Because I need to let the other podcasts know and see if they're interested.
Kind of short notices.
And, we'll find out. And hopefully it'll work out. So, but, hey, Crisis Con. If you're going to be there, Huntsville, Alabama,
Yeah, yo.
we'll, in theory, be there at least one or two of the days.
Mm-hmm.
So, there you go. And I guess with that, we're going to move straight on into the world of awesome.
Awesome.
Well, first off, this actually isn't in my notes, but we found out right before we recorded that BioWare finally has admitted, yeah, we're making a Knights of the Old Republic MMO.
Damn.
It's official. It's called Star Wars: The Old Republic.
I am both happy and saddened by this. I love Knights of the Old Republic, but I hate MMOs.
Well, it's not that you hate them, you just know they're bad news. You can lose your life to an MMO.
Yeah, I don't play MMOs for the same reason alcoholics don't drink.
Yeah.
It's never just one game.
Or 1 hour, or 1 day, or 1 month.
It's really more of a lifestyle choice. But it's there, and they've done some interesting things.
Oh, BioWare, you're pretty awesome.
Like, one of the things that they announced, because they announced a lot, it was mostly them, yeah, we're making it. Guess you couldn't figure that one out, right? Right? Yeah, we're totally making it. Yeah.
Totally making it.
Apparently they're going to have companion characters for everybody.
Huh.
Like, well, most BioWare games, especially there were nights where you always had a buddy to hang around with you and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
The same thing's going to happen in the MMO.
Interesting.
They references this, well, you can't really have Han Solo without his Chewie. So I guess that's true, and it's a pretty,
Unique.
big thing for BioWare games to have, at least one buddy with you at all times.
But that way your buddy can't be played by an actual buddy, it'll be played by a CPU, or...
I guess they didn't really talk about it that much. The other big thing is they really want to make story a huge part of this. Because they feel that the one big thing that most MMOs haven't been able to do has been able to generate actual stories.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does sort of keep me away from MMOs, because I don't want to be Joe, the castle guard, number 17, who doesn't really have an adventure. He's just kind of there, and he's, yeah.
Most of them pretty much, string along sort of like, aside from the vague objectives and the slight story behind it, you pretty much tell a story with you and your friends, but you can still do a whole lot more with incorporating you into the story and making you feel like you're actually part of the world instead of just,
accomplishing something, making it a better or worse place, depending on what you feel like.
Well, it's like, wow, the way they handle is that you're the hero that's doing everything.
Mm-hmm.
But you know that everyone else is actually doing the exact same things you are.
Yes.
But everyone in the world considers you the person that's done this.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of this weird, duality of what actually is happening and what your character thinks is happening.
Yes.
Like, you have this gigantic dragon called Onyxia, and you are the valiant hero that destroyed her and brought peace to the land. An hour later, you have destroyed Onyxia and brought peace to this land. It's one of those things, and I guess that's one of the things they want to try to make everyone their own thing and not it all be the same thing, just repeat it over and over again.
I'm interested in seeing how they pull it off.
It'll be interesting. Unfortunately, that was all they really said. They showed a trailer with, pre-alpha footage and, and...
Oh, yes.
You know that there's droids and, lightsaber duels and stuff, but nothing really.
And everyone will
set.
want to be a Jedi. Everyone.
Look, we just need to find out if Eric can play a Jawa, and we're set.
Yeah, but
Jawa Jedi.
There'll have to be a Jawa Jedi.
I think he said at some point in canon there is, in fact, a Jawa Jedi.
That kicks ass.
So you'll have to ask him.
And I'll play an Ewok Jedi.
I bet they'll be the gnomes of that world.
I'll be a Yuri Jedi.
And everyone's happy.
That's right. And speaking of everyone being happy, a few episodes ago I laid out my pipe dream and how it'd be really great if Funimation had taken their whole progress of Hulu and stuff to the next level and released a show that was being aired currently in Japan around the same time on Hulu, subtitled. As it turns out, they're doing that.
Yes!
I guess they listened to me rant about it.
Oh, they're big listeners to the podcast.
Apparently. They should send me some free stuff. Apparently they've acquired the Gainax and King Record series Shike Bane Hime Aka. It is sort of this show where there's this chick and she does stuff. Her name is Makina Hoshimura. And she is this sort of corpse killer. Because in this series, if you die and you have a strong will, you come back to life, well, sort of unlife, as sort of this crazy monster zombie things. And she is similar to that, but designed to kill them instead of killing humanity. And so it's sort of watching her, shoot things with guns really awesomely.
Hot corpse on corpse violence.
That's right.
Are they going for the whole fan servicey angle again, or is it more straight up?
It seems to be mostly actiony, although I'm not entirely sure she's wearing underwear. Given the opening animation. But
well, they show some more fantasy, there's more fan service stuff in the opening animation than there is in the actual show.
Yeah.
They occasionally do show her, in the shower, but you never see anything in the shower. And what you mostly see is that, oh my god, she has so many scars littering her entire body.
And she hates the way she smells, and she's trying to wash away the corpse smell.
I just have to... Well, that's interesting. I just have to ask because with Gurren Lagann and a lot of their past, Ugly Yet Beautiful World and things like that, Gainax is really, gone for the fan service.
This doesn't seem to be on that level.
It's Gainax. There probably will be some fan service, but how much? Who knows? We'll have to tune into Hulu to find out.
Yes.
And other news, video game news, apparently there is in Toronto, they're actually doing a sort of a community support group for artists and creating video games. It's apparently known as the Artsy Games Incubator. It is started by MetaNet Software, which is the makers of N+, as well as Queasy Games that did Everyday Shooter. The idea is for artists to join in on their regular meetups, where they meet up, like, I guess, once a week.
Mm-hmm.
And they get assignments and stuff to help them make actual games. So
Awesome.
the artists can actually become actual video game makers if they keep going. And they eventually want to expand this apparently to be more than just Toronto. But
That's a cool idea.
If I had the time, that'd definitely be something I'd be interested in. I guess I'd have to make the time.
oh yeah, and move to Canada.
Well, I mean, if they expanded out of Canada.
Well, that's true.
Well, I can dream, can't I?
It's true. I mean, you never know. I mean, you could also be like Takahashi Meijin and just be able to hit a controller so fast that your hand turns to a blur and make video games about you.
Wait, they made a video game about a video game
Player?
veteran?
Sort of. Like, one of the guys who works for Hudson Soft,
Mm-hmm.
his name is Toshiyuki Takahashi, but he's also known as Takahashi Meijin. Literally the famous Takahashi. He's the marketing director of Hudson Soft, but he's really, really good at pressing buttons really, really fast.
Mm-hmm.
And he's sort of become their ultimate spokesman. And they actually did create a video game series about him, or inspired by him, which was the Adventure Island series.
Oh, really? Is that the one where you're the little cave boy and you go around?
Sort of, you're more of a caveman, but it looks more like a boy.
Oh.
But yeah, he's the actual Master Higgins.
Holy whoa.
Yeah.
It's his fault. You need to post this picture. You got him on the website. There's a big arrow saying it's his fault.
Why?
Right.
What's wrong with Adventure Island?
They're hard.
Yes.
But, okay, the day when all games were hard, but still.
But anyways, Chris Kohler of Wired, he did a really, really cool write-up about him that I'm totally going to link. And it's really interesting to, him to go, I'm really not that great at video games, but, but he's very charismatic and outgoing. And it's just neat to see one of, Japan's, sort of gaming heroes that's not quite your normal game developer dude.
Mm.
Now, what's important, and one of the games that I have recommended before to Lee and other people is a game called Overlord. It's for the 360 and now PS3.
It is quite a lot of fun.
Where it's sort of like Pikmin gone wrong.
My minions are the best evil minions ever.
You're like a Sauron lookalike badass overlord dude commanding imp goblin demons around, and it's fun shit.
Especially when they start putting pumpkins on their heads.
Or just whatever random things that they've literally stole from people and whatnot. And
That little touch is awesome.
Chef's hats, crowns, pieces of armor, kitchen utensils.
it's really neat. It takes the whole fantasy genre and sort of parodies it.
Mm-hmm.
And what's interesting, I found out that it was written by a lady known as Rihanna Pratchett.
Mm-hmm.
And she's apparently coming back to do Overlord 2. She also did Heavenly Sword. She's also working on Mirror's Edge. And she's also the daughter of Terry Pratchett.
Oh!
That explains some of the humor.
Yes.
Which, I'll give, kudos to her because unlike Terry Pratchett, she actually made me laugh.
Oh, somebody.
Bird.
Yeah, somebody's not a fan.
I'm not really a Discworld fan either for the most part.
I've read some of his books.
Just weren't for you?
Well, I could see why they were funny. They just didn't strike me as funny.
Mm.
If that makes any sense.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
In other news, Yoda and Vader are officially Soul Calibur 4 downloadable content on October 23rd.
Well, it's taken them some time to do that.
Yeah, it was after no one cares anymore. But for $5, you can get Vader on your 360 or Yoda on your PS3.
A lot of people downloading Vader then.
$5 for a character that's kind of silly to be in Soul Calibur.
Hey, I want Vader to kick some ass.
I'll just come hang out with you if I want to play Soul Calibur.
Yeah, pretty much. You'll have to buy the game again, actually, first.
Mm-hmm. I know. We were using a friend's copy. namely yours.
Mine, yes. But now I play it at home, so too bad.
I'm gonna get it.
I know. Like all the other games you want to buy, but because there's too many games coming out right now.
I know.
Too many.
Like Fable 2 is fun, just so you know. Another game that we'll never see, but I thought was kind of interesting, was a game called Death Smiles. It is Cave's Gothic Lolita arcade shooter, which is coming out for 360 but only in Japan. And it's getting they're actually redoing all their sprites from kind of ugly looking low res to really nice looking high resolution sprites. Which I thought was pretty neat. And the only person I know that cares is my coworker JP, who actually has imported a Japanese 360 and buys all these games.
Oh, go you! You're
So,
hardcore.
like, yeah, he's pretty cool, and I get to play them because he has them. So
Why are the only games region protection? The Japanese ones I might want to play.
I don't know, but the 360 has got a lot of freaking like shoot 'em ups on the Japanese side. Like, there's a lot of them. Like it's becoming the next big shoot 'em up system. It's kind of weird. It's sort of almost getting up there with the Saturn and Dreamcast. It's kind of strange to realize that the American system in Japan is the hardcore player system.
Whoa.
Well, there's a lot of, especially on Xbox Live Arcade, there's a lot of shooters, and those are a good time waster if you're just looking for something to play.
It's true. Oh yeah, and speaking of BioWare, they've also announced that Dragon Age Origins, their new Baldur's Gate sort of re-envisioning fantasy RPG, is no longer a PC exclusive. They're going to be coming to the consoles, 360 and PS3, in the fourth quarter 2009.
Yay!
Of course, I believe on the PC it's coming out in the first quarter of 2009. But,
My computer wouldn't run it anyways.
but mine will.
I do like my Xbox achievements. I don't know why. They're pointless, but they make me feel like I did something.
I don't know. I have to agree with you. It's like, whoa! I got points.
I dismembered 1,000 things. I'm awesome.
Well, I did go the extra few hours, extra mile to get all the skills and all the Mortal Characters Lost Odyssey for the gamer points, so I can sort of see that.
How many points did it give you?
20 points per.
Whoa.
But it was mostly just because I had gotten 2 of them high enough levels, and the other ones weren't that far away from it, so it wasn't that big of a deal to do it.
Infinite Undiscovery. 1 gamer point for beating the extra secret hidden boss on the highest difficulty. 1 gamer point.
Ow.
But if you want to complete it all the way 100%...
Yeah, you will. If that's the only thing you haven't done, you'll have 999 gamer points.
But that's by Tri-Ace with their crazy hard last boss.
Yeah, they give you about an easy half to a third of the game, and they expect you to know the system and be able to totally cheat it in every way possible. So they make the difficulty jump up accordingly.
Oh, bastards.
That's every Tri-Ace game.
Yeah, you're right.
But
Oh, Tri-Ace. And this thing will be getting Starship 4 at some point next year for the 360.
woohoo! I am ready to be masochistically abused.
And the remake of the first Star Ocean game is coming out on PSP tomorrow.
Oh?
Which by the point of this podcast airing will already be out. Yeah. That's coming out. The new Castlevania for DS is coming out.
Is that tomorrow?
Order of Ecclesia. Yeah.
Ooh.
It's tomorrow.
Not enough money for all this cool stuff.
Damn it, Star Ocean.
Yeah, I know. It's I kind of want to buy it too because it's sort of like Tales in Space.
Yeah, stupid Walmart doesn't get any of these cool games. I completely missed that this was coming out. Oh well.
I know because I have it reserved. And finally, at least as far as my list goes, they've unveiled an Astroboy statue at Osamu Tezuka's old grade school.
Awesome.
Cool.
At the Ikeda Elementary School in Osaka. Osaka's Ikeda City. They unveiled a statue of Astroboy, or Tetsuum Atom, which was created by, Osamu Tezuka, the god of father.
Guy
of
who invented anime and manga.
They used it to mark the 100th anniversary of their school on November 1st. Oddly enough, November 3rd is the 80th anniversary of Tezuka's birth.
It's probably a very confused Japanese schoolchild who doesn't know why there's a naked robot boy in front of his school, but probably thinks it's cool anyways.
Apparently he had made a speech on the school's 80th anniversary where he called upon the people to embrace love for nature and the preciousness of life. And so apparently on the it's sort of Astroboy holding onto a globe.
Mm-hmm.
And on the globe there are the English words, "I love the earth and all the creatures on it." And on the base was a plaque that reads, "I love all living things that inhabit this earth. I want to take care of life. I want to bequeath this love to the next generation."
In Japanese?
That it doesn't say.
Oh.
But, you
I'm
know.
assuming.
That's totally something Astro Boy would say.
It really is.
It is.
I thought it was really neat for them to, like, you know, I mean, think how cool it would be to go to an elementary school and go, "Oh, yeah, that's Astroboy.
Mm-hmm.
That made Astroboy went to my school.
Yep.
I wish that was my elementary school."
There's apparently a Mazinger Z statue somewhere in South America.
Really?
Yeah, really.
Holy
That's kind of wacky.
And so, to round out our October of weird creepiness and hilarity and fun, and we decided to kick it up one more notch, because we've done the intelligent horror, the slapstick, now for the brutal, bloody, goriness, wonderful, awesome, super high octane action horror. And by that, I mean Hellsing Ultimate.
Ultimate.
Hellsing Ultimate.
It's not that gonzo crap.
The crap.
So, okay. Hellsing is originally a Japanese manga. Of course, all manga is really Japanese if you really want to be technical about it. But anyways, it's written by Kouta Hirano. And, you know, it was premiered in Young King R's in 1997.
Oh,
and apparently ended in
time.
08. So, did not realize it ended. Anyways.
No, we're not. Animation is not done yet, and we really hope they're going to make all of it into animation.
Yes.
But it chronicles Hellsing, its organization, known as the Hellsing Organization, as it combats vampires, ghouls, and other supernatural foes who threaten the United Kingdom. Because, you know, the most awesome things are in Britain.
God bless Britain.
I think the most awesome things are wherever anything is, the setting of any anime is. It differs from series to series.
Yes.
But, you know, now, we're actually covering the animation of Hellsing, which is Hellsing Ultimate. However, before there was Hellsing Ultimate, there was a TV series by Gonzo. And Gonzo is well known as infamous for starting off okay. Sometimes he was starting off great and ending horribly.
Especially when they're adapting something.
Yes. And Hellsing is no different. You see, Hellsing is a series where you fight vampires and stuff. And it was supposed to lead to crazy neo-Nazi reborn vampire nation that's going to bring back the Third Reich. Did we get that?
No.
Gonzo? No. We got this weird corporation and microchips, and it was stupid. And it sucked, and it should be stricken from the world's consciousness. Thankfully, the actual people who are in charge of creating Hellsing and stuff, they realized that, you know, that was crap. And so we should do this ourselves. And so they formed a brand new group to animate Hellsing from the very start and do it correctly. and that is Hellsing Ultimate.
Can I about the whole Gonzo production?
Yeah.
Even though I completely agree with you with the story and everything, I thought that the music of Hellsing, of the original Hellsing, and some of the visual panache and mooding was really good, was really well done, until, that last bit where they got crazy with it. And while, it's not the creator's original vision, so, yeah, I'm really glad that they did Ultimate. There were still a few salvageably good parts about the original, if I may be so bold.
Well, there was. It was just all in the beginning few episodes.
Yeah, they stuck in about, maybe as far as the first half of it was.
And then it kind of went to hell like Gonzo does.
Yeah, hell in not the good way. Not
the Hellsing hell way.
Yeah, not the ultimate way.
Which we will get to.
Yeah, I mean, heck, Ultimate, it's done by the studio Satellite.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't they work on Macross Frontier?
Sounds familiar.
I think, yes, they did, I believe. Well, don't sue us if we're wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's true.
Anyways, really, really gorgeous animation. And what they do is, we get the OAVs when they're done. And they take their sweet-ass time with them.
They've pushed back the release dates on a couple.
Is it true that they're partially or somewhat funded by the actual creator?
That's what I've heard, but I don't know if it's really true or not.
Mm.
And this doesn't really say, but, it happens.
Mm-hmm. But they're extremely faithful to the original material, much more so than the Gonzo could ever hope to be.
Like, it takes what badass stuff there was in the Gonzo ones, then kicks it to 11.
Yes, exactly.
Yes, it is much more over the top than the Gonzo one, which I remember everyone thinking, whoa, this is over the top and violent and awesome at the time.
And then, Ultimate came and blew me away.
He then had music that was performed by the Warsaw Philharmonic Orchestra.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The production values are through the roof.
Indeed.
And we'll actually be covering only the first 3. There are a total of 4 out currently. Actually out in America and out everything. Because they take so long, we get them pretty quickly afterwards because there's no more to come out. So, and I believe that the next one, the 5th one, releases on November 21st. It was originally being this October, but it's now
it got pushed back because they have to make it more awesome.
So since we haven't seen all of it, we're putting it into chunks, and I guess 3 is a good number to go there.
3 is a good number, and hopefully by the time the 6th one comes out, we'll still be podcasting, and we'll go over that chunk, and then...
Like, hey, remember when we talked about Hellsing? And you'll be like, no. And you'll be like, well, we did, and we're talking about it more.
We'll link you back here, don't worry.
It's all good. So, okay. What's Hellsing? Or what's the Hellsing organization? The Hellsing organization is ran by a lady known as Integra Fairbrook. It's ran by a lady known as Integra Fairbrook Wingates Hellsing.
She is awesome.
Normally known as Integra, but they constantly use her entire full name because that sounds cooler.
Much cooler.
And you'll realize that through this entire show is that if they can do something, anything to make it look or sound cooler they would normally do, they do it.
Yes.
Like, everyone in the show, they all have these sardonic, snarky grins to their faces. Where, like, man, I could kick your ass if I really wanted to. And maybe I do, but I'm not going to do it right now. Like, it could be a little grunt. He's still got that wicked grin on his face. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, they do have lots of grins.
And just about anybody who's anybody will have some sort of glasses that do the whole death shine.
Pure shine and the glare and yeah.
Even Walter has his one monocle that he does.
Yeah, he's got a monocle that gets a little death shine, or as you put it, yes.
Yes.
And she is the granddaughter? No.
I think it's granddaughter.
Granddaughter of the Hellsing who originally, technically appeared in Bram Stoker's Vampire, who, in this version, he tamed Dracula. Alucard.
Isn't that a spoiler? Maybe.
Technically, it actually is, because they haven't said it right out in the Ultimate series yet either.
But it's pretty obvious.
Yeah, it's okay. Everybody, he's Dracula.
Or you could just say Van Helsing tamed a vampire, but it'd be pretty obvious who you're talking about.
And the vampire's name is Alucard, which, as we all know, is Dracula spelled vampire. Dracula spelled backwards, because we've all played Castlevania.
Actually, he's Akkard in the Japanese, which is someone started transliterating it as Alucard. And it's Alucard.
But if it's that never got, because I thought that he had to use his own name in a different way. Never mind, I'm not going to push.
Actually, originally they're going to translate as Alucard, because they had offered him two options: Alucard or Alucard, because the L and R sounds are the same thing in Japanese. Mm-hmm. He originally went with Alucard because he thought it sounded cooler. Mm-hmm. But when it came to America, they were like, screw it, we're doing Alucard. So anyways, there's a vampire known as Alucard, who may or may not be Dracula. But let's face it, it's probably Dracula.
He likes impaling people on pointy things. Who do you think it is?
But I still want to say something more about Integra just as a character, because she is pretty much the ultimate female badass. I mean, she's cigar smoking, level-headed. She's just pure awesome. It's great.
Level-headed. Sometimes she yells.
She is kind of crazy.
Level-headed in the crazy way. Okay, that doesn't make any sense.
I'd almost suggest Balalaika from Black Lagoon as somewhat comparable, but they're practically the same character.
But
that's another podcast for another
day. She is
the
person that runs the Hellsing organization, which is a group that Abraham Van Helsing, that was the guy's name.
The original?
Yeah, he
Yes.
set this group to destroy vampires. And they're pretty much the secret, FBI police type thing that keeps the handle of the supernatural phenomenon, which tends to be not Dracula's, vampires. Oh, the illness is catching on.
Hang in there, Basil.
While they have an army and stuff, a private army, their ace in the hole is Alucard, who is the main character of the show. And he's, a really awesome vampire. He is super powerful. And he's not
awesome.
And he's not one of those wimpy, oh, it's me, I am a vampire. Oh, I have to drink blood to survive. Meh.
No, this guy is a monster, and he doesn't care.
And thoroughly enjoys it, and is very proud that he is a monster. And most of the time, he's destroying these vampires because they're wusses. And they don't deserve to be vampires on this earth, while he's around to be more badass than they are.
And he's constantly disappointing that they can't, bring him any challenge with all this. And oh god, just when you think that you're like, so that's how strong Alec. Oh shit, he survived that and killed them all.
Nope, he's stronger. Makes you wonder what kind of badass the original Hellsing was to even lock him up in the first place.
Yeah,
but maybe one day we'll find out.
I still think he might have went, did some sort of pull, look, air, and then
air.
And then he turned around and was like, gotcha.
No!
Totally mine. It's the rules.
You gotta serve me and my family for the rest of eternity.
Wait, no, why? Oh, because those are the rules I just made up. Oh, damn. Because they're British, it works.
That's what I believe. And it's really cool. He's got these two huge, gigantic guns that he uses to shoot things with when he feels like shooting things. And trust me, he doesn't actually need the guns to be awesome. They just help. And what you discover in the first OAV, you're introduced to a character named Sarah's Victoria.
Mm-hmm.
And she's the other important vampire character. How she is, that's a pretty quick spoiler. She's...
No, it's beginning of the first episode.
Yeah, it's beginning of the first episode, where she's a part of a police group that's off to take care of this vampire before they realize it's a vampire.
Not just some crazy weirdo.
Well, kind of both.
And this vampire's taking over the entire village, including all her police mates, and she's the last one to be alive. As she's been captured right as Alucard finally steps in. Alright, he's using you as a human shield. I'm going to give you an option. I can let either him bite you or something, or I can shoot you. By shooting you, I'll destroy him.
Shoot her through the chest.
And I'll bring you back from the dead as a vampire.
You didn't so much give her the choice as just asked her if she was a virgin or not. And when she said yes, he shot her.
Oh, yeah.
Because at least by crazy Hellsing vampire logic, you can't turn a non-virgin into a vampire.
Of course, in the Gonzo Hellsing, he did ask her, and it was all...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's cool to go, are you a virgin? Yes. Boom! And so she becomes a vampire and is Alucard's sort of, protege. And she's, through the whole thing, she's freaking out because she needs to drink blood to survive because she's now a vampire. But she doesn't want to give up humanity, and she's always conflicted on what she wants to do with her own life.
Or her unlife, as it is. Or did you just say that?
He said unlife.
I thought I said
I think he said
Oh,
unlife.
my
I
bad.
said unlife.
My bad. I thought you said own life, and I'm like, haha, unlife.
Unlife. Yeah,
Well, maybe we can untake it back.
You will undo that.
But yeah, she's kind of the excuse to explain a lot of things in the show because she doesn't know anything.
And she's also to give a somewhat, outsider perspective to the whole Hellsing.
And in a lot of ways, despite being a vampire, she's probably the most human character in the show.
Yeah.
The one who's most readily identifiable.
And she's also got some... She's also the fan service. I'll put it that way.
She's pretty hot.
She's pretty well stacked.
Especially after she becomes a vampire, if I remember correctly.
But unlike the Gonzo one, her boobs take more or less the same size throughout the episodes.
And don't randomly change.
At one time, literally, in one scene, her boobs were one size in the Gonzo. The next scene, they completely changed cup sizes. Sometimes the individual boobs would change cup sizes.
I don't want to think about that, Basil.
It was horrible.
Move on.
I don't like Gonzo.
We would have never guessed.
Then, you got Walter, which is the awesome butler.
Almost a
Walter.
requisite.
Walter, you are so awesome. You were my favorite.
And then, one of my favorite characters was Alexander Anderson.
Oh, yes.
Because not all the time, they're not the only organization out in the world that fights vampires. There is also the Catholic Church.
Yeah, they're out there. They hate vampires, too.
And they happen to have, little sub-organization that handle these things. And their main go-to guy, their trump card as ace in the hole, as it were, is Alexander Anderson, who's this crazy old priest.
Paladin guy. Well, they call him a paladin.
Well, he is a paladin.
He's got these shiny knives and magical scroll things.
And quotes scripture in English. Well, if you're watching the Japanese language version anyways.
And so he's really cool. And he tends to actually be one of the biggest challenges that Alucard actually gets to face. And so, while he really hates the guy's guts for being Catholic, he really likes fighting him because he's an actual challenge. One of the neat things about the show is they really ramp up the tensions between the Church of English or Protestants and the Catholics. Because, the Catholics hate the stupid Church of England because they're in the way from it being a Catholic nation.
Yeah, the only thing they hate more than Protestants are the vampires, and not by much.
And so when they have Alucard, who in their brain is a Protestant vampire, ooh.
Or at least a vampire working for Protestants.
Yeah.
That's kind of blasphemous unto itself, as from most people's perspective.
You get double blasphemy there for them.
Yeah. Not that I particularly endorse any particular religion, and nothing we say on OSMcast should be taken to reflect that. We just think it's awesome.
Yeah. Killing vampires.
And that's good no matter what religion you are.
And like I said, we're covering only the first 3 episodes. And the first 3 episodes they're pretty cool. I mean, the first one more or less sets everything up. You learn who Alucard is, learn who Ceres is, Integra, and whatnot. And the second one, introduce some more cool vampires.
And keep in mind, these episodes are pretty long. They're not standard.
Yeah, they're about like an hour long a piece.
Like 45 minutes to an hour long.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, depending on the episode.
They're more like miniature movies, and the animation keeps up with it too. Like,
Yes.
They were basically however long they needed to be to cover one volume of the manga.
and in the second episode, possibly the coolest of the Gonzo series was when there were two vampire brothers that single-handedly took on, with some ghoul help, the entire Hellsing organization, and almost brought the entire complex down to its knees.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the focal point of the second episode.
Mm-hmm.
Which, was the first time you really, really, really get to see Alucard really cut loose.
And damn, those two guys are like complete bastard crazy guys. Especially the one in the cap thing.
The cap.
He's like, ah!
Yeah, who kills people the Konami code.
Man, they made him swear like crazy in the English
Yeah.
dub.
I hadn't seen the dub. I heard that. I heard that he swears a lot more than even his dialogue in the Japanese version would suggest.
That's what I mean. He's like, he's crazy.
And
You
his
fucking eat this, bitch.
Yeah, and the other brother is a bit more refined, a bit more dapper, gets kind of upset if he gets a spot of blood on his clothes after he's disemboweled 30 guys. But,
And he wants to take on Alucard because he thinks he's a bad dude who could save the president from ninjas if he had to.
if he wasn't going to probably kill the president.
Guy. Yes.
Or the Queen. We're in England. There's no president. What are we talking about?
And then, of course, Alucard shows him what a bad dude really is.
Yeah, it's always a shame when you see a villain reduced to tears.
It's a lot of fun, actually.
Yeah. Might be a mild spoiler, but let's just say they don't quite keep up with Alucard as a vampire goes.
Episode 2, there's 4 or 5 on the way. Yeah, we're pretty safe to say Alucard is the baddest dude around still.
And it's funny that they're able to do such damage to the organization, but they still can't scratch Alucard at all. And he doesn't care. He doesn't care what's happening, because all he's doing is sitting down there waiting for challengers while,
Well, he does care. He's disappointed that they're not as awesome as he is.
But he doesn't, go around and hunt them down. He waits for them to come to him. He
Carefully waits patiently and then, takes him on. Because he's not running away. He's just sitting there enjoying his drink.
That episode's also some great Walter badassery going on there, too.
Yes, you find out just because you're the butler doesn't mean you can't start some shit. But then again, if you watch any anime at all, the butler's usually awesome.
Or just, watch Batman and you forget Alfred.
Yeah.
Well, hey, this guy could give Alfred a run for his money 100-fold.
Okay, look, if you had a slightly younger Alfred with a monofilament whip who killed vampires when he was younger, just saying. Or let's say that there's not awesome action in the first episode either. Because that's where,
Establishing action in the first episode.
And, Alucard taking on the whole little army of ghouls is pretty awesome. And
he also does meet Anderson.
He does beat out
Anderson
Anderson for the first time, and that's an epic throwdown.
Oh, that is epic.
But he really gets his challenges starts up in the third episode.
Which, by the way, this is at the point where all material from Gonzo stops having any relevance to this Hellsing.
And you can see that it's kind of interesting that, it's the third set and we've already moved past the area that Gonzo covered into new stuff, so...
Yeah, we've actually now covered all the relevant things that Gonzo did at all in 2 episodes. Which means they somehow took, 13 episodes and...
Squished them into 2 hours or less.
Yeah, so...
And all the important things from the Gonzo version that were actually really in the manga were covered in that time.
Is it possible that they squished those further down just because they'd already been covered in another anime, or do you think they're giving the same amount of detail to everything as they did in those first 2 episodes.
I feel that you can just watch Ultimate and be okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Cool,
they pretty
cool.
much are just redoing the manga volumes in anime form.
I was just wondering if the proportions were the same for the rest of it, of how much they've squished down into...
But episode 3 is where things really start kicking it up.
Mm-hmm.
Because we finally found out who the actual villains are. It's a group known as Millennium.
Millennium.
Not the Millennium Falcon.
Although they consider that.
No, we're referring to the rising up of, once again, of the Third Reich. We mean Nazi monsters. That's what I'm talking about. It's apparently, back in the day, Alucard and Walter were killing themselves some Nazi vampires. Nazi monsters in all forms of kicking Nazi ass. And there apparently was at least one dude who was part of it, sort of a scientist guy, who all he did was create monsters to watch them wreak havoc. And he's still around. And apparently is now set his eyes on England. More or less, who started a war with Alucard.
Mm-hmm.
As near as I can tell.
Just because Alucard's someone he can actually, fight with and go...
And so they end up having this big fight in Rio de Janeiro to start off with.
Mm-hmm.
They ship him off to
They're tracing where they think...
Brazil.
Yeah, they're tracing
Brazil.
where they think the Millennium Group is hiding because, after they fled Germany, apparently they've been, manipulating the government down somewhere in Brazil.
So yeah, they go off to Brazil to fight Nazi vampires. I do not feel that I have conveyed how awesome that idea is. just let it sit down, wrap around your head. They're sending the most badass vampire known to man and God, Alucard,
Damn it,
to
you spoiled it again.
Brazil to fight Nazis, who may or may not also be vampires.
In
Hell
Brazil.
yes.
This is Hellsing. Thank you very much, creator guy whose name I keep forgetting.
Kouta Hirano.
Yeah, I salute you, sir.
That and Alucard's awesome suit.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
And you get to see him, and this is one where you really get to see Alucard just cut loose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We realize he doesn't care about humanity. He doesn't really care what's good, what's evil. He just cares about what's in front of him is trying to kill him, and he's going to laugh in their face and kill them instead.
To be fair, Alucard lets other people take the first shot most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, no one's yet taken a first shot that actually keeps him down.
Mm-hmm. And when I first saw that episode, and they do take that first shot, if he had just let them walk away and play dead, there wouldn't have been all that bloodshed, but he wanted the carnage to happen, so... Well, of course he did. He's Alucard.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not saying he won't be purposely menacing to goad someone into taking a shot at him, but he'll wait for them to take the first shot.
And then he went to town.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. The term Vlad the Impaler comes to mind somehow.
This anime very effectively uses the color red to its utmost extremes. I think they use the red button on whatever they use to color things with a lot. In fact, they probably, did half the series in just shades of red.
Yes. One superpowered vampire against a crap load of normal humans who have no idea they're dealing with a vampire.
Just in general in the show, there's copious amounts of red.
Yes.
Via, backgrounds or just blood everywhere.
Backgrounds, blood, Alucard's trademark red duster and fedora.
Which I say, I don't know, that's just awesome looking.
Yeah. It should be noted, he actually dresses in Victorian fashion, although admittedly one that doesn't look too out of place in modern society.
Mm-hmm.
But in this one, he really does, beforehand, you really see him cut loose against monsters. So the first time, we've really got to see him cut loose against humanity itself. And even though, yes, they are shooting him, he knows that they're still defenseless humans. Well, they were defenseless humans. And, it really was also an example to Sarah show, look, this is what you are now. Get over it. Get used to it. This is your future.
You're a monster. For God's sakes, drink some blood.
And then, of course, when he's done, he gets to fight one of the actual Nazi higher-ups, which is actually a pretty awesome-looking battle. And, this guy
throws these cards everywhere.
Does neat and interesting things, and
he can run up walls.
And in most shows, he'd be really badass. He'd be really cool. He'd probably give someone a run for their money.
Might even be a final boss in a lot of animes.
Too bad he's against Alucard.
Mm-hmm. Even he grievously, misjudges his opponent. Despite giving you the impression the whole time that he knows what he's doing and he thinks he's kicking ass.
Yeah, it's mostly because I don't think Alucard ever shows anybody just how powerful he really is.
Man, you can't spell Gary Stew without Alucard.
Well,
but that's okay. Because you know what? That's why I'm here to watch. I'm watching this show to watch Alucard go crazy and be so powerful and kick some other evil dude's ass.
But I have to admit, for someone, if you want to, go this Gary Stew angle, he has his own purpose and he stays within it.
Yeah.
And,
He's also not, he kind of is perfect in the sense that he's apparently invincible, but he definitely got problems in the sense of he really can't deal with normal people in any way, shape, or form other than to eat them or kill them.
And he seems like not only a character, but also, I don't want to say... You could almost compare him to Kamina being a force of nature in that he's just an unstoppable flood of, instead of willpower, just of carnage and murder.
He's definitely a elemental force in his own way, yeah.
And the element is blood.
Yes.
And creepy eyes and sometimes dogs.
And that's another thing that, for a vampire, he has a lot of Lovecraftian crap to him, which I really like.
So he's like an elder vampire.
Well, yes.
Yeah, he is kind of, when he gets really out there, he does become various mind-boggling shapes and forms and things.
Let's just say he's just pure badass, kick-ass vampire. You can't really say it enough. You got to go watch it. Go watch this.
Just understand. You have to see it to understand just how insane he can get, because words cannot possibly convey.
And definitely, especially since this is October, if you have nothing to do around this holiday season, go buy some of these videos. Like I said, 1 through 4 are already out. Originally, the first 3 were put out by Gideon, but after they sort of went belly up with the whole American branch, Funimation then picked up all their titles and released the first 3 back out again, as well as the 4th one.
Mm-hmm.
So you can actually buy all the ones that do exist right now in America. You could probably go to like Best Buy or Movie Stop or something and buy them right now.
Probably, very easily.
Our Best Buy had all of them last I checked.
Or check online. I'm sure Amazon, Deep Discount, wherever you want to go, I bet they have them. These are not hard to find.
This should be pretty easy.
And for the English release, there is one thing I have to say. I'm not huge on dubs. I may be more, in favor than some people, but I'm really not huge on them. But some aspects of the dub are actually really good. I thought, especially, I could just be a huge Crispin Freeman fanboy and love his voice on Alucard, but I think it's perfect. But I may be alone here, so.
I don't know. I kind of... Well, I don't like dubs. I prefer the subs anyways, but I really like Alucard in Japanese.
Yes. I forget the voice actor's name, and I probably should have looked that up. But he's done a lot of really cool voices in anime.
I think Joji Nakata. I may be reversing the last 2 syllables.
I just know that since I'm an artist, it's hard to draw and read subtitles, so sometimes dubs help me.
Yeah, I occasionally turn on the dub track when I'm doing something where I can't keep my eyes on the TV constantly. But usually only for something I've already watched in the Japanese track.
Well, yeah, I always watch the sub first, but still, I really like his performance. Really like it.
I've heard that before.
And he's a man who goes to cons dressed as Alucard, and people are like, "Whoa, you sound a lot like the guy who does the dub."
Oh, I like it when... I at least like it when the dub voice actors are actually fans of the stuff they're in and what they're doing. That makes it a little better.
So, how many awesomes out of awesome do you rate the ultimate in Hellsing Entertainment?
I think it's a neo-Nazi vampire army of awesome.
It's are you a man, a dog, or a monster of awesome?
Whoa, good answer.
I was thinking many limb, multi-eyes, and blinking. Possibly 2 undead dogs of awesome. But as far as I say, this is a really awesome show, and you should go buy them, like, right now. Even though we haven't actually edited the podcast yet, you should go buy them now. You should know that you should buy these, and have bought them, and watched them before even listening to us.
You'll be listening to this, and you'll be going, whoa, they knew, I heard, and it'll be awesome.
Oh shit, we didn't talk about the humor from the manga that they've kept in.
Oh, yeah.
Well, yeah. It's like there is no, well, not much humor in the Gondo version, but yeah, there are. It's actually funny sometimes. Really funny.
Sometimes not as intentionally as you'll think, but they switch to the style that the artist uses in the manga, and it looks kind of funny and actually animated, but some people don't like it. I hear like Eric doesn't like it, but some of it is, I find it really hilarious.
Oh, I love Saris's crazy dream sequences.
Yeah,
where she's
talking to that fat guy who's really her gun. Or
yeah, it's Baron Vladimir Harkonnen from Dune is the guardian spirit of her giant-ass gun.
Yes.
That
it has a very strange sense of humor going on there.
Oh, yeah, that's right. She carries a giant bazooka that she carries around as like a normal everyday gun because she's a vampire and super strong.
Yes.
So like I don't even remember. It's like a 30 millimeter cannon or something. But it's big, really big.
Oh, and Walter has a monofilament whip. Just so you know,
those things are cool.
Yeah, this was before they were all that popular.
Yeah, this show, despite those every now and then weird, quirky humor, it just oozes badassedness.
Like for example, every time they have a chance, how do we make this more badass? They take that step. They always go, this is very much a style over substance show. The look and how everything interacts with one another is paramount. But that's okay because the substance is gory, awesome action. And when that's the case, you want a lot of style to it because that makes it even look more awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you should definitely buy this show.
We salute you, Hellsing Ultimate, and we look forward to further volumes. In case we will continue our coverage of Hellsing in the future with Portion 2. Come on, guys, release more DVDs so we can do Portion 2.
Electric Boogaloo. Or possibly Son of Hellsing.
Let's sing a song. I'm a cucumber. I'm a cucumber. Oh, stop that.
This is the OSMcast, numbnuts.
Okay. Well then, Thanks for listening to the OSMcast, your podcast for everything awesome. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah!
If you want to check us out, there's the website, OSMcast.com. Leave us a comment in the comment section. We like comments.
They're
Comments
yummy.
make us happy inside. Or send us an email, osmcast@gmail.com. Emails can make us happy too. Or, if you want to get us really happy, leave us a question on the Awesome Line. It's area code 206-202-0071. And
Awesome cast. We are bastards for making Basil say this when he's hoarse.
that's right. Anyways, if you call in, leave a cool message or like a question or something, we'll play you on the podcast. Then answer your question on the podcast.
How friggin' cool is that?
On the podcast.
Pretty cool.